Alright, boys, project in work here. I'm going to show you a little footage, you know. Now, this is not the finished product, and this is not the PVC I'm going to use, okay, because it's too short. But you see what I've got here. The coil cover is on the detector. You see what I've done? See what I've done? Okay. Let me turn this camera off just a moment. Well, let's see. I'll take this off. The charging clip is up there, okay? It's in. I've done checked it. She charges right there, boys. Okay. So again, you can see that tie strap is coming. You notice the bottom of the coil clean, boys and girls. Let me let this camera run here and get this coil cover off. Alright, I got the old coil cover out. You see what I've done? So the strap runs in the bottom, so you don't even really know it's down there when you put the coil cover on. Now this is not a big strap. Don't want a big one because it won't be flexible enough. Yes, this is strong enough, okay? So now I've got to do the other side here. Get the holes in it, and then I'll get this baby put together, and I'll cut me another piece of PVC and get me some grooves in it and get her mounted up. Now this PVC here is too short. I'll have to make it a little longer, okay? Now I can paint that PVC black if I want to, okay? So stay tuned. Alright, boys, you see it there. Got that other one through there, okay? Bottom of the coil's clean now, okay? I'm going to press on with pride here. Alright, boys, the coil cover is fully on that detector coil. We got the charge clip now. I've modified it. There's nothing sticks off the bottom of this detector. We may call this the ultimate JS2 ground pounding setup. Because that battery will run this coil a long time. You know, you got a long run time on that remote, that WS6, and them WSA headphones too. Let's see what happens here. Keep plugging along. Okay, y'all see it. This is a Sharpshooter Sod Buster right here, boys. I've got this like a 95 sensitivity, deep high conductor. Alright. Now, if you decide to do this, I'm going to give you a recommendation. You want to use, if you could use a smaller tie, but as long as what I used, that would be a good idea. Cut your holes in your coil cover and all that before you trim the bottom of your coil clip, okay? You see what you got there, boys? Smooth sailing, nothing to hang on, okay? Nothing on the bottom of the coil. You can scrub the coil on this detector, okay? But now I trim this coil clip. Remember, when you put them tie straps under there, it's going to hold your coil cover off just a smidge. And what'll happen, you're better to trim your coil clip after you put your tie straps through. Just don't use big ones. Use what you're going to use to mount it with, okay? Now, I cut grooves in that PVC. I can paint that PVC black. That thing sets up there good, boys. Real good. I'll let you see the meter here. Now, this is a 9-inch coil. 95 sensitivity, deep high conductor. This dime right here, boys, over 10 inches deep. You want to hear what it sounds like on this machine? Listen. You hear that? 91 in the meter, boys. If I can find it here. There it is. So what I'm saying is that setup down there is not monkeying with this detection depth of this coil, okay? Do it at your own risk. But now, you're not messing with the bottom of the coil, okay? And if you decide to take this off, and believe it or not, I can feed these tie straps through the holes on this coil cover without taking the coil cover off. So the only reason I have to take this coil cover off is to clean it, which I did this morning because I had it off. Okay? Now, what you can do with this, you can unhook up here. If you want to burn your coil, let's say you're out and you're like, well, I'm only going to hunt for a couple, 2 or 3 more hours, and your coil is full. You know, you've had it on the charger, and let's say you're in deep high conductor hunting. Now, you don't have to be. You say, well, I'm going to hunt for a couple more hours. Well, go ahead and disconnect your power source up here and let the coil burn down a little bit. Let it burn down to 60, 70, 50% if you want to. All right? As long as you got this battery charged in this thing right here, you ain't even got to worry about charging your coil. If you leave that on your coil, see what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to charge your remote, you know, and your WS6 or your WSAs if you're using them. But now this battery in this thing right here, I'm figuring this coil right here is burning about 700 milliamps every, well, the battery's going dead every 8 hours. That's a 700 milliamp battery according to the user's manual. This is a 5,000 milliamp in here, so you can do the math on that, okay? You got probably 60 hours of runtime plus using the coil battery and using this right here. Okay? So this is a pretty good setup, I believe. Now, I wouldn't submerge my coil with this, and we'll tell you why. I had one of these older clips. There's a little board that's inside of that charging clip there, okay? And I don't think you might do some damage to your detector. I wouldn't submerge this as salt water or fresh water. That's my recommendation. You do what you want with your own equipment. Hunting wet salt sand, you'll be fine hunting it. Just, you know, if you dig a hole and you're trying to shove a coil down in the hole to get detection, water's coming in it, you know, that could cause a problem. But to have this on a wet salt beach setup where you're detecting and digging and not sticking it into salt water, well, you go out there, this is a daylight to dark setup, boys, okay? If you got your remote charged and you got your WS6 or WSA headphones charged, this is a daylight to dark setup. No question about it. As long as you got your battery in here. Now, you don't even have to have a 5,000 milliamp battery. You could use a smaller one if you desired. You could use a bigger one, but I don't know why you would want a bigger one. Alright. So there you go. I haven't set the 11-inch coil up yet. I've got a few chores I got to go do. But I just thought I would share this. Now, I may take that off and paint it black. I really don't care what it looks like personally, but some of these stylish detectors, you know, they might want to paint that PVC black. Now, I'll go ahead and say this because somebody could do this. There's space in that charging clip that you could put something else down lower to secure this with. The only problem is, for something that small and be non-metallic, I don't think you'll find something strong enough, but you could. Something made out of fiberglass might work. It'll fit down in them holes right there. See them 2 triangular holes? You could go that route, but this PVC right here, this 3/4 inch PVC is pretty simple to do, okay? And I can have this whole setup off of this detector in a New York second. It's not like I can't get it off fast if I need to get it off, okay? So there you go. Hope you enjoyed.